Is Nathan Cleary done? Shocking stats reveal a dangerous drop in form. What if the golden boy of Penrith, the halfback who orchestrated 3 straight premierships with a flick of his wrist, is staring down the barrel of his own unraveling? Not from injury or age, but from the quiet erosion of a fire that once burned bright enough to light up Sydney's western suburbs. It's round 22, 2025, and Penrith Stadium hums under a bruised autumn sky, the kind that promises rain but delivers only tension. Nathan Cleary, co-captain, maestro, the 28-year-old heir to his father's legacy, steps onto the field not as the conductor of chaos, but as a shadow of that silhouette. The Panthers, once unbreakable, are 7th on the ladder, clinging to finals hope like a prayer in a drought. Cleary's boot, that legendary right foot which has curled more miracles than any in a generation, misfires again. A grubber that balloons high and harmless, gobbled up by the Roosters' fullback before it kisses turf. The crowd, 18,000 strong, many in the black navy and white that once felt invincible, shifts uneasily. Whispers ripple through the terraces. Where's the old Nate? It's been building all season, 22 games played, but only 6 tries, a goal conversion dipping to 76% from his career 82, try assists halved to 12. Kicking meters still elite at 415 per match, yet the magic, the audacious cutout that splits defenses like sunlight through clouds, has gone AWOL. Jerome Luai's departure to the Tigers has left a void wider than the Nepean River, and Cleary, for the first time, looks like a man playing catch-up with his own ghost. Please like, share, and subscribe for more sport talk content. The turning point arrives in the dying embers of that Roosters clash, score-locked at 16 all, extra time looming like a sentence. Cleary calls for the ball on the last, his halves partner. A raw rookie thrust into Luai's shoes flings it wide. Nathan shapes for the signature sidestep, the one that has felled giants from Melbourne to Manly. But the feet betray him. He hesitates, a half beat too long, and the defensive line floods. Tackled cold, ball spilled forward. The siren wails. Penrith's season, and perhaps Cleary's aura, fractures in that spill. The stadium falls into a hush deeper than defeat. No boos, Penrith faithful don't do that, but a collective exhale, like air leaking from a punctured dream. An old diehard in the front row, face etched with decades of heartbreak, removes his cap and stares at the turf. Young fans, the ones who grew up chanting Cleary, Cleary like a war cry, scroll their phones in stunned silence, already dissecting the error in group chats. In the sheds afterward, away from the microphones, Ivan Cleary pulls his son aside. No coach's bark, just father's gravel. You've carried us too long, kid. Time to let the team lift you. Nathan nods, eyes down, the weight of a dynasty pressing on shoulders that suddenly seem narrower. Word seeps out like smoke from a bushfire. By halftime of the next broadcast, pundits are piling on. Is this the beginning of the end for the Cleary era? Fox Sports runs a split screen. Peak 2023 Nate dissecting defenses with surgical glee versus 2025's labored version, forcing passes that once flowed like poetry. Social media ignites not with rage, but with a tender ache. Save Nate trends alongside clips of his 2021 Golden Point field goal, fans captioning, "Come back to us." TikTok stitches his era to old highlights, set to mournful piano. Indigenous elders from Penrith's West, who saw in him a bridge between street kid and superstar, post prayers in Darug language. The numbers tell a crueler story. Forced dropouts down 20%, line break assists at a career low of 8. It's not just form, it's the spark, the instinct that turned ordinary games into operas. This drop isn't isolated, it's the echo of a league in flux. Luai's exit, James Fisher-Harris to the Warriors, the salary cap's merciless bite. Penrith, the dynasty built on brotherhood, now rebuilds in fragments. Cleary, once the fulcrum, spins alone. Yet in the quiet fury of fan reactions, something sacred emerges. Forums fill not with abandonment, but with stories. The single dad who named his boy Nathan after that 2019 comeback. The nurse who tattooed Panther pride after Nate's consoling words post-loss. This is Penrith's soul laid bare, loyalty forged in the factories and fields of the mountains where legends aren't discarded, they're tempered. The aftermath ripples beyond the harbor bridge. News.com.au runs a front page spread. Cleary's crossroads, done or just dipped. Talkback lines jam with callers, voices thick with emotion. He's human, mate. Let the kid breathe. Internationally, even UK rugby rags ponder if the Penrith Prince has lost his crown, drawing parallels to all black slumps that birthed resurgences. Deeper still, it unearths the heritage of halfbacks who faltered and rose, Alan Langer's origin exile, Andrew Johns' dark days. Cleary's dip isn't downfall, it's the forge where excellence is remade. In the weeks that follow, training footage leaks. Nathan alone at dawn, booting 50 balls into the wind, each one a defiance. Teammates rally, a young gun half whispering, "We've got your back, Cap." The club posts a subtle nod, a black and white photo of Ivan and Nathan, father-son, coach-player, captioned simply, "Bloodlines." This is where reflection carves deepest. Form isn't a straight line. It's a river, carving canyons through stone. Cleary's drop whispers truths about the human and the hero, vulnerability as the root of valor, doubt as the shadow that sharpens light. In a sport that glorifies the unbreakable, his struggle honors the breakable, the boy who lost his mother young, who built an empire on quiet grief. It speaks to sportsmanship's quiet code, not invincibility, but integrity in the fall. Cleary could coast on reputation, cash his checks, chase easier pastures. Instead, he digs in, modeling for every kid in Penrith's housing commissions that true legacy isn't trophies hoarded, but resilience shared. Consider the values etched into his game. Precision, born of pain, leadership laced with humility. This dip tests them, refines them. It's a reminder that the greatest plays aren't scored on the board, but in the character revealed when the board turns against you. Humanity, at its core, thrives in these fractures. Cleary's form slump isn't a sentence, it's a sermon on grace. How a man, burdened by expectation, chooses to rise not for glory, but for the ghosts of games past and the eyes of the next generation watching. In the broader tapestry, it illuminates rugby league's beating heart, a working class gospel where falls are forgiven, not forgotten, and redemption is earned, one desperate kick at a time. After the round 23 loss to the Eels, a wobbly conversion sealing another defeat, Nathan finally speaks, voice steady in the presser glow. "I've let the boys down this year. No excuses. The stats don't lie and neither do I. But this club's in my veins. I'll fix it or I'll go down swinging." Then softer, eyes meeting his father's across the room. "Dad taught me winning's easy. Losing, that's where you learn who you are." In a private journal entry leaked by a close mate, meant for no eyes but his own, he writes, "Some nights, the field's a mirror, shows you the cracks you ignore. But cracks let the light in. Time to let it shine." Those words, raw and unfiltered, carry the humility of a man who's tasted summits and now navigates valleys. Growth isn't linear. It's this, perspective forged in fire, emerging not harder, but wiser. He adds, reflecting on Luai's shadow, "Jeremy was my rhythm. Without it, I'm learning my own beat. It's lonelier, but maybe that's the song I was meant to sing."